Hello there, Algebra 1 students. This is Mr. Kashi speaking. This is going to be a quick video going through our notes for 2.2, which is solving equations. Something you've done in the past. Hopefully this is just a kind of a review for you. So I am going to go a little fast. Please make sure to pause the notes if you need to. We're going to move right into our first problem. So here, these first ones are just one-step problems. So use the addition property of equality to solve g minus 25 equals 113. Here we just draw our line, right? Whatever we do on the left side of that line, we do on the right, and vice versa. So opposite of subtracting 25 would be adding 25 on both sides. That's just the one step we needed. 113 plus 25, that should equal 138. So just solving for g. Same thing down here for k. Some people might want to flip that around. They feel more comfortable writing it like this. You can if you want. I'm just going to subtract 27 on both sides. And then we get k equals 30 minus 27. That's just 3. So these are just the one-step problems. Hopefully this is a review for you. Shouldn't be too much of too difficult here. So here, once again, drawing our line. 6y just means that we're multiplying the 6 and the y. So we would do the opposite of that, which is divide by 6 on both sides. And there we get y equals 9. That's just the one step there, dividing on both sides. Then over here, I want to do kind of a shortcut for you. Here we would technically need to multiply by 8 because we're dividing by 8. And we'd have to divide by 3 because we're multiplying by 3. So instead of, or you could think of it as dividing by 3/8 on both sides, because this is multiplication, we'd have to divide by 3/8. Well, dividing by a fraction is the same thing as multiplying by its reciprocal, or it's flipped. Okay, so here we're going to multiply by 8/3 on both sides. When we do that, those cancel out to be 1s, those cancel out to be 1s. So here we just have to figure this out, and we multiply across. 9 times 8, that would be 72. And 4 times 3, that would be 12. So 72 divided by 12. I might need to use your calculator for that, but hopefully you understand that boils out to x equals 6. Moving on. This one is the exact same problem. Sorry for that copy mistake. So go ahead and try these. Just pause the video real quick. Try to give these two a try. All right, hopefully you've been able to do that. I just want to show you how I think of this problem. I think of that as v over 1. So 1 times v over 3 times 1. So I actually rewrite it like this, like that, because I know I'm dividing by 3. So opposite of dividing by 3, multiplying by 3. So those are going to cancel out. V equals negative 5 times 3. That'd be negative 15 for our value for v. Pretty much the same thing over here. We're dividing by 8, so we're going to multiply by 8 on both sides. So those cancel. Think of that as 8 over 1 if you need to. So we get u equals negative 4 times 8. That is negative 32. Once again, single step problems. Hopefully, we can plug those back in, make sure that they work, all of that, but hopefully not too difficult. Now we're going to move into just two-step problems, multi-step equations. Okay, so here we're usually going to be doing 2, maybe even more operations than that. So here, opposite of subtracting 24, it would be adding 24. So those cancel. We get 11x equals, so 9 plus 24, that would be 33. Then opposite of multiplying by 11, divide by 11, x equals 3. Okay. Then over here on the right, we have 2 things here. So obviously we got to take care of this 8 first. We're going to multiply. Think of it as multiplying by 8 over 1 on both sides. So those are going to cancel. We get a plus 7 equals 5 times 8. That would be 40. Then we're going to go ahead and subtract 7 on both sides. A equals 33 in this case. All right. Then we have 2 more slides to get through here. We have this fundraising account. Okay, so the student council raised 2/5 of the money they need to cover the cost of a school dance with a bake sale. They raised an additional 150 selling raffle tickets, and then what they've raised so far is 630. So we're going to set up a variable. So C is going to be the cost of the dance, like the amount of money they need to put it on, not cost per person. And they've already done 2/5. So 2/5 of the cost they raised, but then they also had this 150 that they raised with raffle tickets that was additional to the 2/5 that they had. And currently they have 630. Okay, so that's how you would set up the equation, which is probably the more difficult part about it. Now we just have to solve that equation. So I'm going to subtract 150 on both sides. We get 2/5 C equals, that would be 480. And then here, multiplying by a reciprocal again, 5 halves. Going to multiply by 5 halves on both sides. So we get C should equal 1,200. So our answer is actually a dollar amount, is $1,200. Okay. We do have one more example to go through. And this, we're just solving for something. So here it says solve ax plus 7 equals 5 for x. And then obviously a can't be 0 or else this whole thing goes goes to 0. So here we just have to isolate x. Okay, this is something that you do a lot in science. Okay, so here we would subtract 7 on both sides. We get ax equals 5 minus 7, that's -2. And then we just need to divide a. We have to get x by itself. So here we just leave it as x equals -2 divided by a. Okay, and whenever they tell us what a is, then we can find out what x is rather quickly. So just one more example here. Drawing our line, adding 4 on both sides. We get 1 over a times x equals, that would be 13. And then here we would multiply by a over 1 on both sides. So those are going to cancel. And we're going to multiply by a over 1 on this side. We just get 13a. Okay, so sorry that was a little quick. Obviously, you can pause. You can go back, obviously rewind for things that you missed. And I will obviously be available for any questions that came up taking these notes. But you do have an ALEKS assignment to practice this skill as well. And good luck on that.